Let me give everyone a sitrep. This lab has been besieged by over 200 Raptures. We've confirmed that there are at least 4 Ultra units among them.
The ones who are calling the shots.
This means, in addition to the sheer size of the attacking force, there were high-class Raptures amongst their ranks. This was all meticulously planned from the beginning. They had all their ducks in a row before they attacked.
Are we to presume they came for the Grimm's model?
That would be safe to assume, yes. The facility is in ruins. Both the human employees and the Nikkes inside were slaughtered before they knew what was happening. That includes the 2 Grimm's models that were currently in production. They're damaged beyond repair. The damage is so extensive that it almost feels as if it was done with intent. Out of some kind of hatred. Cinderella is also missing, including her specialized sidearm glass slippers.
So she wasn't destroyed along with the rest?
We can't say if she's been terminated, or whether she's wandering around somewhere. Also...
It might be best to simply show them.
yes, you all need to understand the gravity of the situation. Follow me.
What is it?
Whatever it is, it's enough to make one's blood run cold.
My god!
Did they implant a Nikke with Rapture parts?
Look here.
They've been fused together. Is she still alive? No. She's dead. No signs of trauma. She must have died of shock. The only thing is... it's still alive. Only the Rapture portions, to be precise. That means... yes, not sure as to how or when, but at some point, experiments were carried out where a Rapture and a Nikke were fused together. I believe the shock brought along by the fusion process is what killed the Nikke. I think it's safe to say that this process was initiated by the Rapture side.
The Raptures are up to no good. First the corruption phenomenon, and now this.
I'll report this to VTC.
I'll also notify my superior.
Are we going to leave it like this?
Yes. It's noteworthy that the Rapture portion is still alive and operational. It will help with the research. We'll stay here and safeguard it until the higher-ups come to retrieve it.
And after that? We were going to join up with Cinderella and go to the lift. But now she's missing. Are we going to look for her, or should we all head to the lift?
I was planning on discussing that with Lilith. I will advise you in the morning.
Okay, understood. It's strange.
What is?
The recent behavior of Raptures. Strange.
You feel that way too?
Don't you?
Yes. First the corruption. Now this ungodly fusion process. As far as I can see, there's no reason why a Rapture would want or need to do something like this.
If we're being brutally honest, the Raptures are superior beings. They can afford not to change anything. Simply focus on attacking us and soon they'll enjoy an easy victory.
So why would they bother with all this?
Tell me what you're thinking, Rapunzel.
They're playing with us. It's like a cat toying with a mouse.
Agreed.
In their eyes, we're not even worthy of their full attention. In matters of war, such hubris usually leads to one's downfall.
Well, I say let's be the ones to initiate that downfall. Kid, why do you keep fidgeting over there?
Oh, this? To prepare for us being isolated like before, I made some simulations to pass the time.
Like a video game? You made an entire game that quickly? Let me play one round.
It's a simulation, not a game.
Any chance you could put some of my music in as background music?
I don't think that genre would really gel with this.
Haha! You see? You said genre, so it's totally a game. Come on, don't be like that. Just let me play for a little bit. Ugh. My head.
Are you okay?
Lay her down.
It's okay. Every once in a while, you get a rough spell like this. Kid, come over here and help me.
I left something outside.
That ungrateful.
Don't talk and just lie down. I'll bring her back.
No, I shall fetch her. You two tend to Red Hood.
Okay.
Hey, swordsman. Don't be too harsh on her. She's still young. If you harm a hair on her head, I'll kill you.
Noted.
Get lost. I'm busy. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
The Goddess Squad is victorious once again!
Don't worry, I'll handle it. Victory! With me on your team, did you expect anything else?
I say we search for Cinderella. I hate to admit it, but the odds are stacked against us without her.
But what are the chances that she's even alive? How are we going to find out where she went?
We may not know how to go about it, or how long it will take. But we've got to figure it out somehow.
Lilith, you do know that we don't have much time, right?
You mean Red Hood doesn't?
Yes.
It sounds to me like we're signing our own death warrants, all for the sake of giving Red Hood a supposedly fitting end.
You may think that, but I believe we're going to win.
If you ask me, you're an idealist.
I've just gotten orders from the top brass. They want us to dispose of Red Hood.
They're nothing if not decisive in times like these.
Corruption is something they still know very little about. For them, Red Hood is a walking liability. She's one of the goddesses as well. If it comes to light that one of the renowned goddesses of victory has been tainted in any way, public morale will take a nosedive.
So they want us to get rid of her, but to give her a warrior's death while we're at it.
Precisely.
That's horrible.
Agreed. I'm not even sure what would constitute a fitting end for her. Or us.
Commander, do you remember the first time we met?
You said I was a mercenary who would do anything for money.
I didn't use those exact words. It's just that at the time you were a little... rough around the edges.
So I'm slightly more refined now, is that it?
You've paid no heed to commands from your superiors, and instead done what you felt was right in order to get the job done. It's thanks to you that we were able to come as far as we have. We all trust you, Commander. So do what you want to do. In a situation like this, an order from your superior officer means nothing.
That's true.
No matter which path you choose, none of us will challenge you.
Well, can I shed a few tears at this point?
I'm afraid that would not be advisable.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Scarlet.
Why perchance did you flee with such haste?
Who said I ran away? I just went outside to get something.
Very well. Then let my eyes look upon what you came to retrieve. I shall ask once more. Why did you flee?
When it's Red Hood's final... I don't want to be there.
Huh.
If there comes a time when she needs to be put out of her misery, I don't think I could handle it. I shudder to even think about it.
Why then did thou discourage her from returning home, and with such fervor?
I just wanted her to spend as much time with us before the end.
Thou art most selfish. You wish to witness Red Hood's last days, yet do not wish to be caught in the midst. Who is Red Hood to you? A playmate and nothing more? If she was truly someone you treasure, then even if her final moments are brutal and unforgiving, you would wish to remain by her side all the same. Now, go inside. Go to Red Hood.
I will. Thank you, Scarlet.
Heavens above. I goad others to follow this advice when I would have a devil of a time following it myself.
My hands are so sweaty, it feels like my gun is going to switch.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove!
Like this. It's gonna take more time than I thought.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
How is she doing?
She's stable, although she hasn't regained full mobility just yet. She can talk, though.
Rapunzel, let's go out for a moment.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Come here.
I thought you left something behind. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it.
Good. Then you can rest easy.
Red Hood,
Do you want to listen to some music?
Yes.
Is that everyone? You can lie down if you'd like, Red Hood.
I'm fine. No need to coddle me.
Now then, I'll explain our next course of action. We're calling off any potential search for Cinderella. We will head to the lift with our current crew.
Good.
Okay.
Understood.
I shall wield my sword with aplomb.
The operation will be carried out immediately after this amalgamation is handed over to the superiors. We should be setting out tomorrow morning. Our mission is simple. After getting as close as possible via air, we'll descend, break through the Rapture line of defense, and proceed to the lift. After that, we'll take the lift up to the station. Once there, we kill the Queen.
You call that simple?
Doesn't sound so simple to me.
Doesn't it seem like we're going back to the old days?
Exactly.
From here on out, everyone is responsible for their own maintenance. That is all.
Rapunzel?
What is it, Red Hood? Are you not feeling well?
That's not it. I just wanted to give you a gift.
Now I see why Snow White was reluctant to receive a gift. It all feels so sudden.
Don't tell me you're gonna start crying and running off as well.
No, I'm used to it by now. I'll gladly accept any gift you choose to give me.
Something wrong?
No, it's just... this is an unexpected gift. The title is rather interesting. Blinding Passion Volume 1. Coming from you, I figured it'd be something like a cassette tape.
I figured I ought to give you something that could be useful.
Thanks.
Why don't you take a look? It's about humans and their lives.
This isn't some weird magazine like before, is it?
Of course not. Just look at the cover. It's totally normal.
Very well. I'll trust you. Wait a...
Ow! Watch the face! What was that for?
This is a dirty mag! My eyes!
Told you it was anthropological in nature. Pretty interesting, eh?
It's not interesting at all!
How come you can't take your eyes off it then?
It's just... it's my first time seeing this kind of stuff.
I know. That's why I gave it to you.
You're trying to corrupt me!
Oh, relax. Don't get your knickers in a twist. You've been living your entire life with safety wheels on. You were destined to become the next female religious leader from the day you were born. So you've been living your life based on other people's expectations. Becoming a Nikke wasn't your choice either, am I right? So how about pivoting and steering yourself in your own direction?
That doesn't mean I'm interested in stuff like this.
You say that, but you seem awfully intrigued whenever the topic crops up.
What makes you so sure about that?
I'm amazed that you thought people wouldn't realize. Anyway, it might not be my business, but I just thought it was a little sad, that's all. You are bound by your duty, unlike me. As for me, I've always lived my life exactly how I wanted to.
Red Hood, I've wavered for a while now on whether I should say this or not, but...
What is it?
When I look at you now, it feels to me like you can't wait to die.
What?
I can feel that you're trying to tie up everything in a pretty bow so that you can die without any regrets. You're like a battle-hardened and weary soldier, sitting around waiting for death to claim you.
You're not totally off base.
Listen, the Red Hood I know would never give up. No matter who the adversary is or how tough a mission lies ahead. You'd face it head-on with grit and mettle. You were never someone who'd resign themselves to defeat.
In case you've forgotten, I'm dying. I don't have much time left. What other option do I have? All I can do is leave things in a better state for all of you.
You should fight it, like you always have.
What do you want me to do? No case of corruption has ever been reversed.
This is still a relatively new illness. I, along with VTC, have been working day and night to find a cure. So please, I beg of you, don't let go. Even if it may mean leaving some things unfinished, I will do everything in my power to make you better.
Okay, I'll believe you. You can leave this to me. Trust me.
Secured this victory with my blood, sweat, and sweat.
I made some improvements to your staff. The trajectory of the beam won't warp or bend in high humidity. Although I should stress that doesn't mean there won't be any deviations at all. Rapunzel?
Huh? What is it?
Are you listening to me?
Oh, yeah, sure, I heard you. Thanks. What were you reading just now? It's, just some study material. What are you studying? I'd rather not say.
I altered Scarlet's armor so that it's thinner around the waist, so that her center of balance is centered more on her legs. That'll open up her back a bit more, and the extra weight on her legs will only serve to make them stronger.
I still proclaim that thou wasted time on this. I can do my part perfectly well without such revisions.
Fine then. Return the armor and we'll put it back the way it was.
I scarcely believe such extreme measures are necessary.
As for Dorothy, I made some modifications to your outfit so that it won't get dirty as easily.
Perfect. Dorothy, my curiosity has been piqued for some time. Why do you place so much emphasis on your posture during a fight? You obsess over strategy when it's something that could be easily solved by using your own body.
Fighting using your own body seems so barbaric to me.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. What I meant was that I don't think it's very smart.
Come again.
You're just digging yourself into a hole, Dorothy.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Dorothy?
Save it for the operation. Snow White, continue.
I'd rather talk now.
Anyway, I didn't make any modifications to Lilith's armor or weaponry, as I can't make heads or tails of her tech in the first place.
Thanks anyway. It's the thought that counts.
As for Red Hood, the wiring of your weapon was in a shambles, so I cleaned it up. There was a lot of gunk built up in the muzzle, and for some reason I can't possibly fathom, there was spaghetti crammed into the magazine. I can scarcely believe it myself, but there were even a few mushrooms growing on the butt of the rifle.
You're kidding.
Do you want to see?
No, it's okay.
Anyway, once I gave it a thorough cleaning, there were no lasting issues. It's clearly been built to last.
You could have just said that to begin with. We didn't need that whole preamble.
As for you, Commander, perhaps I could give you a throat lozenge?
Huh? Why would I need that?
Well, there's really not much else you do other than scream orders.
I feel personally attacked.
That concludes our battle preparation. Our ammo is more than sufficient and everyone appears to be in optimal condition. All that's left is to head into the fray. In that case, let's go.
We've still got a few moments to spare. Dorothy? Scarlet? Any chance I could talk to you two?
Oh, do you want to act as a referee when I instruct Dorothy? I'm going to show her the joy of using one's body in combat.
Do you realize how insane you sound right now? Are you okay, Rapunzel?
She picks up certain things a bit too quickly. I just have something I want to say to you both in private.
I don't want to impose, but could I come and watch as well?
No. As I've mentioned before, this will probably be my last operation. So, I wanted to leave you all with a small memento. Unfortunately, I don't know what you guys would like. So, if there's anything you need, now's the time to tell me.
That's the reason why you gathered us together?
Yep.
I didn't peg you for someone so sentimental.
Me? Sentimental?
I don't need anything, and I refuse to say farewell. I'm not saying it now, and I won't say it later. This isn't your style. Besides, you still don't know whether the corruption will manifest itself or not.
You are most optimistic.
Think what you want. I'm going to do some maintenance.
What about you, swordsman? Anything you want?
Nay.
I see.
Did you work things out with Snow White?
Yep, everything's patched up. When the time comes, though, I think she'll be disappointed in me.
You're not...
It's a secret between me and her.
Very well. I can understand where you're coming from.
I appreciate that.
You've taken on a lot.
I'll leave it to you from now on.
So hot!
Merely delaying the inevitable.
Like this! I secured this victory with my blood, sweat, and... more sweat.
Mass-produced Nikke's, charge! Initiate long-range airstrike support.
Hold altitude. Maintain speed. We'll go in as far as we can.
We've been detected by the Raptures. We're being targeted by their anti-aircraft guns.
Transitioning to autopilot. We'll attack in 1 minute. We'll meet at the nearest rendezvous point J. Once we've all joined up, we're going to make a mad rush for the lift. We're against the clock here. We need to launch a surprise attack before the Raptures have time to react. Don't use your parachutes. Use the reverse injection device instead. I only have one command for you. Wipe them all out.
Red Hood!
Okay, let's do this. Wow, they're everywhere. Let's start with the 3 o'clock direction.
You got it!
Wolfsbane ready!
7 dwarves ready!
Let's obliterate these fools! found us getting awfully close! Just when it was getting good. Fine. Reverse injection device activated. How do you like them apples?
A garish and overdone entrance, if I say so myself.
I second that statement. We've encountered the beam soldier model.
We're too deep behind enemy lines.
Can you not disrupt the beam with your sword?
'Tis worth a try.
Don't, or else you're toast.
Scarlet, will your sword work against this thing?
As if thou had to ask. I shall show thee what it means to render heaven and earth asunder. I still have room for improvement. I should have slain this vermin with greater haste.
Point clear. Proceeding in the 2 o'clock direction.
What? That area's swarming with Raptures!
Wouldn't it be advisable to take a detour?
There's no time. Lilith has already gone in that direction.
Then what are we standing around yapping for? Let's move!
Shall we go?
I have met my match. Victory is not assured.